looking at Sing 2 and the choreography data we collected, it's important to recognize what kind of numbers we're dealing with. And that's why I focused on the number system this week a little bit. So while we're looking at counts or frequencies, I know some students were referring to these types of examples in their work that they submitted this week about ratios and thinking about ratios in the world. So if we have a count, right now it's 54. I'm not including this scene. I just forgot about that scene. But again, like that's important in analyzing data. Like where are they getting these numbers from? What do these numbers mean? Are they representing what I want them to represent? Anyway, what data visual can I use if I am looking at part to parts and part to wholes? What data is important? What is helpful here? So I opened up a Google Sheet and I have inversions and I have not inversions. And then maybe I need like massive dance move collection of characters that, over 10 characters doing the same move. Because then in the scene, in the ballet room, like that got a lot of non-inversion points because a lot of people were in that ballet room dancing. So I hope my voice is picking up. I forgot the microphone was over there. I hope this is better. Anyway, let's return to just the data we grabbed. We have 54 and 16, and that gives us a total here. And that total can be found of the sum of the two, and this is important for ratio thinking. Is there a total involved? What are the parts? Are there parts? What parts can be combined? What things are like terms? What things can be combined? What cannot be combined? So then from here, we can get some statistics. But I can't type in average. Like if I type in average, sure, I can type in average and I can get the average of these two numbers. But that doesn't mean anything. 35 what per what, because an average is a ratio. So when you're just counting, we can only do mode, most frequent. And here the mode is not inversions. And it doesn't seem very sort of mathematical, but it is. It's the fact that the data we collected is frequencies and it's categorical, a categorical frequency. Now we can also do frequencies that are not categorical. So if we wanted to quantify this more, then we could say, okay, let's go to the 16 inversions. And in those inversions, let's measure the degree of the person's head to the ground, degree of head to ground. And then we can break down the inversions a little bit more. So then we can do a frequency count of how many inversions, and maybe it'll make sense to put that over here. Counting the inversions in this column, and then the degree that the person's head is to the ground in the first column. So 90 degrees to the ground is straight up and down. That is at the very end. He's straight up and down. So that's 1. If we go ahead and do this, I don't know if this would be a good use of time for everybody, but while Rosalie's not calling my name, I can go ahead and try to go through and find those 16. Okay, nobody is inverted, right? Again, so like, I don't think I counted all these people. Should I have? I'm not sure, because later on in the ballet scene, in the characters, I did count them in the background. So it's like, I'm not very reliable, I don't think. Okay, so we're not inverted, not inverted. Here we go. We got our first inversion, I guess. Oh, no, there's one. So again, I'd have to talk to our dancers. Let's see. And see what they would think. But, that's a cartwheel, right? So degree of head to the ground, you're going from 0 all the way to 90 and then back up to 0, essentially, right? You're going full circle. So would that be like a 360, something like where you're moving, you're doing a flip? Do we want to consider a flip being 360? Maybe. I don't know. because she kind of did a flip too. So like, I don't know if this quantification is going to work. No inversions. Oh, he did a flip. So it looks like we're getting lots of flips. And I think I counted those two separately because it switched over to the character. And then, so this would be a good test if I count 16 this second time around. Nobody's under their head, but they were sideways. Like, should we be counting spins like that as upside down? So to me, that's like a 45. Her head is like 45 degrees to the ground. Like the head isn't straight down. It's like on this kind of tilt. And I would call that 45, right? Or no, it's kind of parallel. Her hand is 90 degrees. She's kind of parallel. Like she's kind of at 0. So this is a good, this is the mathematical conversation we're having. It doesn't really mean much, but it's kind of fun. So that's a 360. Again, I think 2 more of those because the character and the human. Now she went upside down with that bridge thing. So the bridge wasn't a 360 because the feet didn't flip all the way over. So the bridge just went to the 90 and back again. So the double bridge was at 3. Now this to me is the 90 as well. So is a bridge the same as 90? Maybe the bridge was more like 80 and that this is a true 90. I'm not sure, And then they're spinning again. So that's another 2. And then we will continue to watch. There's no dance moves. Everybody's vertical. Here we get to a different character. This is the inflexible character who doesn't have as much confidence, and the dance moves are intended to reflect the character traits and the building of the character throughout the movie and how the character changes as their dynamic. They're nothing upside down, nothing upside down, nothing upside down. So we're staying on our feet, staying on our feet. We're staying on our feet again. Okay. So that was a 360. That was like a front handspring or something, side handspring, whatever. I think I missed that one in the original count right there. I definitely missed that one in the original count because I don't remember him doing that cool like flip as the character to dodge the guy. These are like sideways head moves, which we're not counting. And then not inverted, not inverted, not inverted. Didn't count those. That was a big inversion, and I would consider that a 90-degree inversion here. So then now we have some more details. So our total count is the sum of frequencies, which is helpful. 16. So maybe I did get it before, which is good. Okay, so that's good. So I have the same number of versions twice. That means that it's a reliable system. I'm getting the same results multiple times. Is it valid? Am I actually measuring dance moves properly? I'm not sure. So now with this, we have some more wiggle room, right? So like if we make a chart here, okay, we can do a bar chart, a bar graph, and we talked about that before. Okay, another chart we can make, and I'm going to go back to this one. What would the bar chart look like with the less detail? Just like, what are the dance moves, inversions or not? Okay, the chart suggests I use a circle graph here just to show the percentages. But then remember, that doesn't make too much sense because like 22%, can you have a half of a dance move? Maybe. Can you have half a dance move? I don't think so. So these are some of the data visuals you might consider when you have frequency counts, right? A frequency count show, and especially when it's categorical, okay, then you're really limited to almost like a circle graph or a bar chart. If we tried to do a histogram, like what would it look like? It's confusing because it's categorical data. It doesn't really work, Okay. I hope this helps, and I hope to see you all soon. Send me emails as much as you can. either to share celebrations or to ask questions. Thank you.